Well, it's time. I need to get this car prepped and ready to go onto a trailer to be sent up to a shop. Trying to get this thing back on the road. It's not the prettiest thing. It's not the most audacious. It's not the fastest. It's not the best looking. But she is my '05 3.2 liter Acura TL 6-speed non-Type S. Everything's buttoned up, ready to go to the shop. Few things that I need to inform them about. But I'm excited to get this thing back on the road. So K&N cold air intake, can also make it a short ram, anti-gravity battery, wrinkle coated top plate, strut bar still stock. It's in the back. I gotta replace that, and I'll show you the rest of the parts that will upgrade. Matter of fact, there's some in the back. Need to polish the headlights. Need to clean this bad girl because somebody wrote some obscene things on my vehicle. You could even see it's been storage too because it's holding some of my Bitmain devices. Fuse panel interior all taken out because, well, in order to tune this thing, you need an Honda, and you can't just use the stock ECU because the 05, 06 didn't allow you to do it. So we have, our baffled oil pan. We also have our exhaust. This is actually an upgraded J pipe from Endless RPM, and then back there we have some high flow precats. New full fuel pump from DW in there, 300C, fits stock, right? Fits the stock fuel housing and everything, so perfect in tank drop. You can see the back plane on this thing has been taken off, so I had to put the back seats back in though for the kids. And, interior wise, it's perfect for what I need. Leather, so it does get hot during the summer, especially in Florida. But it's perfect for my needs compared to the 15 to almost 20,000 that I would have had to spend on a much heavier and either equal to or less horsepower option as far as a four-door sedan. There are some options out there, but I don't like what Acura has done with the Integra, the TLX, even though the TLX is pretty good. Again, these things are just getting heavier and heavier. Four-door sedans are losing, in my opinion, their DNA. And I just want to get this thing up and running. So this is going to be on a tow truck, and then I'm going to show you some of the parts at the shop that we need to throw together, and we'll see what this bad girl can do. And hopefully the biggest thing that I'm holding my breath about is we believe that something with the heads has gone awry, and we think that the backyard mechanic that helped me out when I was younger, because I did this when I was really young. I had this car for many years, I think since 2013. And when I was younger, didn't have time to do the timing belt myself, so I let a garage mechanic / family friend who we thought was a family friend do it, and we think they didn't do something right, because when my boy did the valve lash, after he got done, he was like, yeah, something ain't right. But it ran good for a long time. We didn't think it was that big of a deal. And then one day she just stopped working. Believe the bottom end is good, but that is a bet that we were taking, a risk that we're taking. So we're going to take everything down to the bare block, check the bore, the cylinder walls, make sure everything is good, and I'll show you the heads that we're putting back on it. It is stock heads, but with a little bit of some tweaking. So let me show you those parts. Well, we took it to the shop, decided to lift the car up and open up the oil filter, as you can see here. And as we've heard from Matt Armstrong and team on a number of different occasions,
Engine very bad. Engine very bad.
So yeah, not good. As you can see here, when we stretch out the oil filter, we got some copper, we got some glitter, as if you went to the strip club and your husband or wife caught you. A lot of sparklies in the engine oil and the oil filter, big chunks too, not small. So the bottom end of this motor is no bueno, but as you can see here, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. There's some pretty big chunks in this sucker. So very disheartening, but the head. heads are in, built up, top end, basically. Super Tech, not Ferrera, I think is how you pronounce it, but Super Tech, perfectly capable for my needs and power target. Refreshed, port polish, upgraded injectors. As you can see here, this is fuel injector clinic. APR, head studs, everything we need to connect everything up. And yeah, so all that only for the bottom end to not be good. So what was I going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I looked around at a few junkyards trying to find a J3283, and they looked grody as all can be. But then I stumbled upon this guy, a OEM block straight from Honda Acura with a ton of grease on it, but nothing that can't be cleaned off and handled. Full block assembly and everything, ready to go, and it fits. The biggest key here is if you look at this bell housing, the newer J series, like the J35Zs and certain J35s and even certain J32s, depending on the car that it came in a year, they have a round bell housing, right? So this is where your automatic, transmission will bolt up to, or your manual transmission. On my car, I have the square bell housing. You can see on the left-hand side, it squares off, but then it rounds out. So it's a big difference, and you definitely want to make sure you're getting the right one. But full assembly, anything that had to do with the oil management of my engine is being obviously replaced. Anything that could have some of those bearing materials or pieces of metal in the galleries, in the passages, no bueno, that's gone. So obviously new VTEC solenoid and oil management, oil pressure switch, everything all comes with this block. Got to get a few things. I'm working on some dowel pins and stuff like that to move over, but we just need to move all the accessories over. That's just costing more money that I do not have. So please like and subscribe. I know I'm normally a tech channel, crypto mining, but I love automotive. I've been in the automotive scene for many years, and I have a huge passion for cars. So I want to get the TL up and running, which is what this engine belongs in. But you can J-swap them into EK hatch and EG hatch, and some people put them in S2000s, some people put them in 350Zs, some people even put them in Subis. I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to keep my four-door sedan because I feel like that's a dying breed, and I said that in my previous video. But look at all this grease. So got to clean that all out, get this baby ready to go, bolt it all back on, need a knock sensor, crank sensor. I'm just going to replace anything that was in here or, basically on the block. I'm probably going to try to get new OEM if I can afford it. I can't afford everything, but we'll see how things go. And yeah, so this is going to be a pain to clean up, but we're going to get it done and get this baby back together. So right now we're paused because we got to wait for the block to come in. Once the block comes in, we got to start moving accessories and everything over, but we might not have everything yet. And until we go to put the part on, maybe the old part doesn't want to come off the old block, so we got to get a new one. So I'll keep you updated, but right now we're just stopping here, stopping the video. I'll give you an update as soon as possible. I do love the components that I got. It's definitely going to improve. Also, if you can't see it, but back there I got high flow. What's funny too is I got a new oil pump, but it doesn't matter because the block assembly has an oil pump on it. So if anybody needs an OEM a J32 oil pump, let me know. I'll send you the part number. But the parts are ready. Just got to get some more. Another box back here has improved, high flow pre-cats and J-pipe. Need to do some other, like the cat back portion of the exhaust, but my buddy Ron's going to help me out with that. So she's going to flow. She's going to flow. She's going to flow good. It's going to be tunable and manageable with the Honda. Just need to take everything, salvage everything we can off the old engine, except for anything to do with the oil passages and galleries and movement. And I'll bring you guys another update in the future. Till then, like the video, hit subscribe. If you like computer stuff and automotive stuff, check out the channel. Maybe if you're an automotive head and you just found my channel, let me know.
I'm on Acrazine. I'm on a lot of the forums, a lot of the groups. I don't talk as much as some of the other guys, but I do like to be involved and share any information. Showed you guys how to remove a clip or to improve your clutch on your manual DEC6 transmission for the TL. That video is on the channel, also on Acrazine. But we'll see how this NA motor goes. I'm super excited to get this thing back on the road. Just hiccups along the way. All right, I'm stop rambling now. You take care. I'll catch you next one.